The UK capital is hit by its fifth YouTube strike, or its fifth tube strike this year. The strike by the RMT union, which will be followed by a national rail strike today, is unbelievably the 12th day of woe for travelers this year. Our UK correspondent, Jericho Season, reports from London.
Public transport workers in London held fresh strikes over pay and conditions, cutting services on almost all underground and overground rail lines that link up the UK's capital.
I was meant to come from Leytonstone going towards central London, but then there's no trains. The train only stops in Liverpool, so I did now come up here and find another thing. So I'm looking for routes I can walk either. Yeah.
So I've been hoping to catch a bus that would have left about 8 o'clock. So it's now like 8:30. Still no buses arrived.
A spokesperson for Transport for London, responsible for most of the capital's network, said there were almost no tube underground services, with only a couple lines functioning with very reduced services. Members of the RMT, Transport Workers Union, which represents a majority of the workforce, called Friday's strike over job cuts, pension security pay and changes to working practices.
We have tried to sit down around the table and negotiate, and have been doing for 8-9 months and getting nowhere. Yes, I believe a lot of the public, as have proved this morning, that didn't realise there was a strike, have come and missed trains, but have still said, good on you. You know what I mean? The solidarity is there with the general public. I think they understand that the time has come where everybody deserves a fair crack of the whip.
I am 100% behind the strikers, completely. Absolutely, I used to work in retail. I've worked in bad jobs with low pay. I'm very much in favour of them. They need higher wages. The train travel, exorbitantly expensive. If it's that expensive, they should be receiving more money, or at the very least, hiring more people so trains run smoothly. The amount of times I've been affected by late trains or delays, I used to go to school by train, so yeah, 100% behind the strikers.
Passengers outside the closed Black Horse Road underground station expressed frustration at long detours or costly taxi rides that they would have to take.
Taxi, probably going to cost $100. Yeah.
And I'm actually on my way to a wedding right now, but the train strikes have affected me because I was meant to be there at 11, but now I'm going to get to Manchester at 12, and then I need to go another 2 hours from there, so I'm going to be really late.
Had to take a couple of buses instead of the normal tubes, so like the journey towards the this station took around like 3 times more time. So like instead of 1 hour regular, it took like 3 hours for me to reach over here.
The strike action comes after nationwide rail strikes on Thursday hit the majority of services, as union members have rejected an 8% pay rise that is below inflation. There will be further nationwide rail strikes on Saturday. The RMT has refused to put an end date on the industrial action. London Mayor Sadiq Khan, an opposition Labour politician, told Sky News that he did not back strike action but understood why transport workers are frustrated and worried, saying the government shouldn't be punishing hard-working transport workers. The government has taken a tough line on strikes, vowing not to participate in talks. He complained that unions were blocking a pay offer from Network Rail, which manages the rail network, that would increase salaries by 8% over 2 years without consulting members. Opposition Labour leader Keir Starmer tweeted that Shapps could resolve these strikes by getting around the table and doing his job. Transport Minister Grant Shapps told Sky News that ministers want to push through modernisation that the RMT union opposes, including on Sunday working. Reporting from London, United Kingdom, this is Jericho Season, and we live in extraordinary times.